Hi everyone. So today we're going to review solving for a function given your derivative. So in the first example, we're given these initial conditions for f double prime of x, for f prime of x, and also for f of x. So in order to find what f prime of x is equal to, we need to take the integral of the following derivative. So we need to take the integral of f double prime of x. So that means that our f prime of x is going to equal the integral of f double prime of x dx, and we're just going to substitute in what our f double prime of x is equal to. So we're saying it's equal to the integral of x to the negative 4/3 dx. So this is what we're going to be solving for. Now remember to take the integral of a simple power rule. We're going to add 1 to the exponent and divide by that exponent. So to solve for it, we're going to say f prime of x equals x to the negative 4/3, add 1 to it, divided by that same exponent. And you could do this in your head if you wanted to. And then don't forget that plus c, because we're going to be solving for that c value later. So now we're just going to do our algebra and simplify it. So that's going to equal x to the negative 1/3 over negative 1/3 plus c. I'm going to simplify that one more time. So dividing by negative 1/3 is the same as multiplying by negative 3. And then we're going to bring that negative exponent to the bottom to make it positive. So that means our derivative, our f prime of x, is actually equal to negative 3 over x to the 1/3 plus c. But now we're going to be solving for our c values to know what that constant is going to be. We're going to use the initial condition for our equation that we're solving for, which is f prime of x. So we need to use the initial condition for f prime of x. And our initial condition that we're given is that f prime of 8 is equal to 3 over 2. So to solve for that, we're going to solve for c here. By plugging in our initial condition into our derivative that we found. So we're saying f prime of 8, that's our x value, equal to negative 3 over 8 to the 1/3 plus c, and we're saying that is supposed to equal 3 over 2. So we're just going to look at this part right here to solve for our c value. So we have now negative 3, 8 to the 1/3 is 2. And solving for our c, we get that is equal to 6 over 2, which is 3. So therefore, our f prime of x is now equal to negative 3 over x to the 1/3 plus 3. So this is the equation that we're going to have to use in order to solve for our regular function, our f of x. So you have to work backwards. So on our second page, that's what we're going to do here. So I just rewrote the problem again on the top just so that we have it for reference. So it says, how do you find f of x with your found f prime of x? So that means we're going to have to, again, take the integral of our derivative in order to find our original. So we're going to take the integral of our f prime of x, which we know now is negative 3 over x to the 1/3 plus 3. So we could remove this part. So to set up the problem, we have f of x equals the integral of negative 3 over x to the 1/3 plus 3, and then we have to have that dx there. We're going to rewrite the integral so that it's simpler for us to integrate it. So I'm going to bring the x to the top. So this is my equation that we're going to integrate. So you're going to do that same process, adding 1 to the exponent and dividing by that exponent. So we're going to have negative 3 x to that negative 1/3 plus 1 all over that same exponent. And then the integral of 3 is, remember, it's just 3x. And then we have the plus c at the end. Okay, so now it's just all algebra. So you have negative 3x to the 2/3 over 2/3 plus 3x plus c. And then again, dividing by that 2/3 is the same as multiplying by 3 over 2. So that's really negative 9 over 2 x to the 2/3 plus 3x plus c. So here's my general f of x. So the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to solve for our c again using the initial condition for f of x, which we know is from their given that f of 27 is equal to 5. Okay, so we got that from right up here. That's our initial condition. So again, we're going to solve for c on the side here. So you're going to take our initial condition. So this time my x is going to be the 27. And we want that to equal 5. So again, we're going to solve only this part for our c. So then we have negative 9 over 2. 27 to the 2/3 is 9. 3 times 27 is 81. So we're just going to work that out. So when you solve for it, you'll get that c is equal to negative 71 over 2. So last thing, now we know that our original function with the derivative and our second derivative is going to be negative 9 over 2 x to the 2/3 plus 3x minus the 71 over 2. There you go.